The shift starts before the doors open. You can tell how a shift will go even before it begins. The music's too loud, the rotor's wrong, someone's already late, and you're standing there thinking, right, let's make this work somehow. Running a shift isn't about perfection, it's about control. Not control over people, but control over the chaos. So you need to set the tone early. The first 5 minutes decide everything. If you start frantic, the team stays frantic. If you start calm, the team follows your rhythm. So before the doors open, you take a deep breath, you check the rotor, you check the floor, and you check your own energy. Then you say something simple like, alright team, let's keep it steady today, we'll handle everything that comes our way. That one sentence sets the tone, because leadership isn't volume, it's presence. You need to delegate like you mean it. Retail shifts collapse when one person tries to do everything. Delegation isn't dumping tasks, it's distributing trust. You can say things like, can you handle the tills? Can you keep an eye on the stock? Can you cover the floor today? And then you actually let them do that. Micromanaging, well, that's the biggest killer to momentum. Trust, on the other hand, builds it. You're not just assigning jobs, you're building ownership. The rhythm of a good shift. Every shift has a good rhythm. Slow, steady, and then chaos. You learn to ride it. You don't panic when it spikes. You don't relax when it dips. You keep the pace consistent. Because retail isn't about reacting, it's about pacing. You move like a metronome, and everybody else basically syncs to your rhythm. You need to handle problems quietly. When something goes wrong, and it will, don't announce it. You fix it quietly. Tills freeze, you just restart it calmly. A customer's complaining, you handle it privately. The stockroom collapses around you, you laugh and then think, it's okay, I'll just fix it. Because panic spreads faster than any information given out. Your calm is contagious, and that's how you keep the shift alive. You need to keep communication short and clear. Retail shifts die in confusion, so you need to keep the communication simple, not speeches, not meetings, just short, clear updates so everybody knows, well, what they need to do. Stock's low in a certain section. Till 2 needs to get some change. Breaks start at 11. That's it. The less you say, the more people listen. You need to protect the team's energy. A good shift isn't about squeezing every second out of people. It's about managing their energy. You notice somebody's fading, swap them out, tag them out, give them a breather. You need to keep the rotation fair, because tired staff, they make mistakes, and the mistakes then cause more mistakes, and that makes chaos. You're not just running a shift, you're running a team. So stay visible, but not invasive. You don't lead from the office, you lead from the shop floor. You don't hover, but you circulate. You ensure everybody knows your presence is there on the shop floor. You make sure that you're present enough to be seen, but distant enough to let people breathe and do their job. You're the calm in the background, not the noise in the foreground. That's true leadership in retail. When chaos hits, you just need to slow down a bit. Every shift has that moment, the rush, the queue, the system crash, and the instinct is, we need to all speed up. Don't. What you need to do is actually slow down. You move deliberately, speak slower, make decisions one at a time. Because chaos, it basically feeds on speed. And calm, well, that is the cure to chaos. And you need to end the shift properly. The last 10 minutes matter as much as the first. You don't just clock out. You basically need to close the loop. You check the floor, you check the tills, and you check in on the team. Then you can say things like, good work today, we handled a lot. Or thank you for all your hard work today. Let's do it again. That one sentence, it resets morale, because retail workers don't really need praise. They just want recognition. And here's the truth. A good shift isn't one where nothing goes wrong. It's one where everything goes wrong, but you still make it look easy. Running a shift that actually works isn't about control. It's about composure. You're not the boss. You're the stabiliser. And if you've ever finished a shift thinking, I don't know how on earth we survived that, you're already doing it right. Running a shift in retail is the purest test. It's leadership, patience, and chaos management all rolled into one. And if you can do that calmly, even once, you've already mastered the hardest part of retail.